In this video I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use the gradebook. So the first thing is to find the gradebook, and to do that you'll need to go to your administration block once you're in a course. So I'm going to administration over here, and down here is grades. So I'll click on grades, and now I see the gradebook for this course. So I've got two students, Greg Egan and Sam Student, and they've done some gradable activities and they have been graded in some of them. So Greg hasn't done the Vikings quiz, so he's got no grade there. Sam has no grade for assignment 1, but Greg has. And moving further along, they've got grades in this peer assessed essay. So they have got some grades, but they're not quite complete yet. So we can do something about that too, because each time we grade an item, it gets pushed into the gradebook. So let's say Sam Student has unfortunately handed his assignment in on paper rather than uploading it the way I wanted it, but I've decided to grade it and give him a grade. So I could actually enter the grade right here if I just turn my editing on, but normally you grade actually through the assignment. So I'll go to my assignment and give him a grade. And I'll say view, grade all submissions. And here's my gradebook, or the gradebook part for the assignment, and it's got a bit of information for us. So Greg submitted his for grading. He got an A+, but it was quite late. An extension was granted, and the extensions are granted up here, as you can see. Sam has not yet submitted. Well, as I said, he's submitted on paper, so I'm going to give him a grade. So I'll click on the icon in the grade column. Now this particular assignment has been set up to be graded via a rubric. So I've created a rubric with the criteria for that particular assignment and the descriptors for each level. So here it is, and say he's sound in his historical knowledge, but the historical skills not so good. And I'll give him some feedback. A little more effort required, Sam. Probably a comma in there would go well. And I'm going to save changes. So because I've marked on the rubric, Moodle will actually calculate a grade from that. And there it's giving him a D+. And that sounds about right, because I gave him a C and a D, so he was going to get either a D+ or a C-. So now I'm going to navigate back to my course, and then into the gradebook again. The D+ has been pushed from the assignment through into the main gradebook, as you can see. Now what if you decided that you think that really should be a C-? Well, if you turn your editing on, you can override that grade. So I'm going to click on the cog, that is the edit settings button, and make sure that you tick overridden and change that to a C-. Save changes. And there it is, you've now got a C-, and you can turn your editing off so that you don't make any other changes. Alright, other things that we can do. If you're looking at the gradebook and you've got a lot more students than that, you may like to highlight their row so that you can see everything of theirs. If you click in the cell with their name in it, in a blank area, as you can see it highlights that row. I can highlight more than one row as well. Click to highlight and click to unhighlight again. Same thing if you want to highlight a column which contains some grades. If I click in the blank area here, it will highlight that column. Another thing that I can do is sort on a column. So let's say I wanted to sort best to worst in this column here. Right, I'll go sort in descending order. Now I've got my C+ at the top, so it puts Sam at the top. And if I want to change that, I can click back on it and sort back in ascending order. Or I can click on any of the other columns and do the same thing, including the course total. So what you've been looking at is the grader report, or the main gradebook, but you can also look at the user report. That is what the students see when they click on grades. So I could choose Sam Student. And that's what Sam sees at the moment. Now, that's okay, but we might like to do some things, and I'll do this in a later video rather than go through it now. But you might like that Vikings quiz to show as an A plus, since it's 10 out of 10 rather than giving the number. And similarly here, we could give these as letter grades. Same with the course total, it can come up as a letter, but that's a little bit more advanced, so we'll do that one in a later video. So that's a basic introduction to grading and the gradebook. I'll finish it there, and we'll have some more advanced ones in later videos.